Hi everyone, good morning. I, Rajesh Kumar, your science teacher. Today we will discuss the module 2 of chapter 3 fiber to fabric questions part. Okay, let's discuss some more questions. Question number 1, name the source of obtaining fibers. Answer is the sources of obtaining fibers are plants and animals. Next question is name some wool yielding animals. Okay, name some wool yielding animals. Answer is wool yielding animals are sheep, yak, lima, alpaca, angora goat, angora rabbit and camel. Okay, let's move further. Next question, question number 3. In which part of India yak wool is common? Okay, yak wool is common in hilly regions of Ladakh. Yak wool is common in hilly regions of Ladakh. Got it? Next question. Rampur, Busair and Bakharwal are the breeds of which animal, sheep or goat? Okay, Rampur, Busair and Bakharwal are the breed of sheep, not of goat. Okay, got it? Let's move. How do the hair of certain animals help in keeping their body warm? Okay, answer is hair traps a lot of air, which is a poor conductor of heat, resulting their body warm. Next is question number 6. Write the name of animal from which wool of pashmina shawls is obtained. Answer is it is obtained from Kashmiri goats. Okay, we obtain pashmina shawls wool from Kashmiri goats. Next is question number 7. Name the goats which are found in Tibet and Ladakh. Angora goats are found in Tibet and Ladakh. Question number 8. Which wool wool is obtained from which part of the sheep? Wool is obtained from which part of the sheep? Wool is obtained from the fleece or hair of the sheep. Wool is obtained from the flesh or the hair of the sheep. Okay, let's move further. Now, next question. Write the maximum length of write the maximum length of continuous silk thread that can be obtained from a cocoon. Answer is the maximum length of continuous silk thread that can be obtained from a cocoon is more than that of 1000 feet. The maximum length of cocoon silk thread that is obtained from a cocoon is more than that of 1000 feet continuous in length. Wow, surprising. It can be 1000 to 1500 feet. Minimum it will be 1000. Got it? So, next question. Define the term selective breeding. The process of breeding of selective parents for obtaining special characters in their offspring, such as soft underhair in sheep, is termed as selective breeding. To get the better kind of wool, the process of breeding is done over there. That is known as selective breeding. Next question. Okay. The source of obtaining fibers are plants and animals. Wool yielding animals are sheep, yak, lima, alpaca, angora goat, rabbit and camel. Okay, which part it yak is common in Ladakh. Okay, Rampur, Busair, Bakarwal, they are breed of sheep. Next is how do the hair of certain animals help in keeping the body warm? Hair traps a lot of air which is poor conductor of heat, resulting their body warm. Write the name of the uh, animal from which the wool of Pashmina solid is Kashmiri goats. Okay, La- Tibet and Ladakh are the places where the Angora goats are found. Wool is obtained from the flesh or the hair of the sheep. Okay, now sheep are herbivores, so which type of feed is provided to shepherds? Answer: sheep are herbivores and prefer grass and leaves of various trees. Their food also contain a mixture of pulses, corn, jowar, oil, cakes, material left after taking out oil from the seeds, and minerals. Okay. Next question is write a caption for each of the as figure given as. First you can see the leaf eggs of silk moth on mulberry leaves. Okay, eggs will be laid over there by the female silk moth. Next is you can see the silkworm. Next is cocoon, and the last one is cocoon with developing moth. Okay, cocoon with developing moth. Next move. Let's move. Now, silk yarn of different textures can be prepared. Define the statement. Silk yarn is obtained from the cocoon of silk moth. There is a variety of silk moths which look very different from one another, and the silk yarn they yield is different in texture. Okay, texture means smooth, shiny, coarse, fine it is in quality. Thus, tassar silk, mooga silk, kosa silk, etc. are obtained from cocoon spun by different types of moths. Okay, different types of moths. Let's move further. Now, write the difference between natural silk and artificial silk. Natural silk is obtained from the cocoons of the silkworm and is made up of a protein. Natural silk is an animal fiber. Artificial silk is obtained from wood pulp and is made up of modified plant material known as cellulose. If we perform the burning test, then the natural silk fiber burns, giving a smell of burning hair, while artificial fiber burns by giving a smell of burning paper. Got it? The basic difference between the two, artificial and natural silk. Artificial silk will burn with the smell of burning of paper, and natural silk will burn with this burning smell of hair. Okay, let's move further. Now, shorter disease is an occupational hazard. Explain. Okay, shorter is a kind of disease which may be caused in the workers those are working in a wool industry. Wool industry is an important source of livelihood for many people in our country. They the people who do the job of sorting separation means of flesh of sheep into fibers of different qualities are called sorters. Okay, the sorters job is very risky because sometimes they get infected by the bacteria known as anthrax. Got it? Which cause a deadly blood disease called shorter's disease. Okay, called shorter's disease. Let's move further. Write a short note on how first silk industry began in China. According to an old Chinese legend, the Empress Sai Lung Chai was asked by Emperor Hong Tai to find the cause of the damaged leaves of mulberry trees growing in their garden. The empress found white worms eating up the mulberry leaves. She also noticed that they were spinning shiny cocoons around them. Accidentally, the cocoon dropped into her cup of tea, and a tangle of delicate threads separated from cocoon. This is how silk was discovered by chance. In this way, the first silk industry began in China. Quite interesting. You can share this in the form of story also. Once there was a king in China. He asked his the members or the emperor empresses that where does this silk come from. They asked the mulberry leaves were eaten by some worm, and those worms will spun produces shining kind of objects, and then it is incidentally they fall down in the cup of the tea, and then this leaves the shiny cocoons around them. Okay, in this way the silk industry began in China. Next question. Cocoon is used to obtain silk thread. How? Pile of cocoon is used for obtaining silk fiber. The cocoon are kept under the sun, boiled water, or exposed to steam. The silk fibers separate out. Silk fibers separate out. The process of taking out threads from the cocoon for use as silk is called reeling of silk. Silk is called reeling of silk. Okay, let's move further. Now, name different types of silk. Which variety of silk is most common and how it is obtained? Different types of silk we all know: mulberry silk, tassar silk, mooga silk, kosa silk. The most common variety of silk is mulberry silk. It is obtained from the cocoons of mulberry silkworm and is made up of protein. It is a natural silk and is an animal fiber also. Next question. From what type of health problem the workers suffered while working in a wool industry? People working in wool industry sometimes get infected by a bacterium called anthrax during the sorting the fleece of the ship into fibers of different qualities. It leads to a fatal blood disease called Shorter's disease. Okay, got it? The people, those who are working may be a victim of the disease anthrax or shorting. Okay, it is also called as Shorter's disease. Next question. Next question. Question number 15. Write the different types of fiber that form the hair of sheep. There are two types of fibers that form the hair of sheep: coarse beard hair. Second is fine soft under hair close to the skin. Fine soft under hair close to the skin. Next question is, next and the last question for today's discussion, it is name the most common silk. Okay, what are the characteristics of this silk fiber obtained from the cocoons of the silk moth? Most common silk we all know it is mulberry silk obtained from the cocoons of mulberry silk moth is called mulberry silk. Mulberry silk is lustrous, lustrous and elastic and can be dyed in different colors. Okay, so it's a good quality of silk and can be easily used for various or types of shining fibers. Okay, fabric, sorry. Let's discuss something more. Okay, dear students, in this way we are able to complete this chapter with theory as well as questions part. So Still, if you have any doubts related to any of the topic discussed or the question discussed, you can most welcome admit your queries. You are most welcome to admit your queries with me. Okay. So we will discuss new concept tomorrow. Till then, goodbye.